The Texas Volts trying to pick up a sweep in this brief two-game series as they take on the Chicago Bandits tonight here at Dell Diamond. Jeff Arnold, joined alongside by Kenzie Fowler, the Arizona great. Well, last night the Volts were trying to break out for Texas, and they were playing a little bit of long ball.
It was amazing to see the offense come alive for Texas last night. We saw some history. How about an AUSL single game record with 5 home runs? And it was so many different pieces of the lineup that we saw. It got it started in the second inning. We saw back-to-back first pitch home runs from Tiari Jennings and Aaliyah Binford, and it was just kind of on to the races from there. We saw a home run from Amina Vega, Michaela Enfield. Her home run was so huge, her first professional home run that took the lead. And we've got to talk about the two-way star, Aaliyah Binford. Her 2-run shot was just the exclamation point on this offensive performance that ended a 6-game slide that the Texas Volts were on. It was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, and tonight they're going to try for the sweep, and one of the game's best, Ali Carta on the mound.
Yeah, it's time for a debut, but it's a debut with a little bit of an asterisk because this is one of the most veteran pitchers that we have in our game. She has been on the biggest stages with Team USA, of course, a UCLA all-time great, Pac-12 Player of the Year a couple of times, but here comes her first pitch with the AUSL.
And she misses high for ball 1 to get things underway. Extensive international experience. She's played in Japan for 8 different years. So she delivers a strike. Last night, it was Nyjah Kennedy who ended up starting for the Volts, again taking some steps forward. 4 innings, 2 runs, and Morgan Zirkle leading things off tonight. Another veteran in the AUSL. Hits it to first base under the legs of Romero and down the line. Looked like it took a funny bounce on Romero there late, and Zirkle reaches base to start things off.
Yeah, tricky hop, but also you look out at the field, right, Jeff, in front of us. It's going from shade to sun, and you see the sunglasses that Sierra Romero is wearing, but look at where this ball bounces. It bounces right from the shade to the sun, and that is very hard to read.
So an opportunity here for Skylar Wallace. And Wallace, she recently returns today from the league in Japan, and she will automatically give a charge into what is already a pretty good Chicago offense. 2-0 against Skylar Wallace. So look at the rest of the lineup. Erin Kaufel's been one of the best hitters, as has Sammy Williams, playing third base and has just been on fire at the plate.
Yeah, so you saw the change in the lineup with Skylar Wallace returning to Chicago, her first at-bat of the season for the Bandits. Slotted in that 2 spot, and it bumps Erin Kaufel down to that 3-hole, which is where we saw her consistently a season ago.
Right back up the middle, it's deflected and no play. So a little comebacker to the circle. Ali Carta had it go off of her glove, and so they're 2-on to open up tonight's game.
Well, she's also dealing with a bit of that shade to sun, but that ball was smoked by Wallace up the middle.
So they call that an infield single, and then Zirkle, they called that an error against Sierra Romero, albeit a tough error because, as you said, ball going from shadows to sunlight and taking the funny hop. So an opportunity here for Erin Kaufel. Last night, the Bandits had some chances offensively, but they had at least 1 runner left on base in each inning and finished just 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. One and 1 against Erin Kaufel. Now that's how it started, and that's how it's going for Kaufel. Here's tonight leading the AUSL in doubles and walks. And she got hit. A tough beginning here for Ali Carta. air, single, and now hit by pitch, and an opportunity created here for Sammy Williams.
That's a tough one to lose for Ali Carta, and of course Erin Koffels, she's wearing it. That was an 0-2 count, so you're working so hard to get ahead of the 3-hole hitter for Chicago, and that ball, that screwball, just runs right into her back leg.
How much of an adjustment is it for somebody like Carta, who recently just got back from Japan and kind of getting right into it here in the AUSL?
I'm thinking like the sleep aspect. Is the jet lag, right, a situation? I know they all just got here a couple of days ago.
Out to Jennings, she's coming home, gets the out at the plate.
What a play. Wow.
Had to get rid of it quickly with the way that Zirkle runs, but she's out.
I'm up here thinking that the easy play is at third base, but this is the pros. This is why Tiare Jennings is one of the best at her position. Her momentum is going right into third base, and she chooses the harder throw at home plate to erase Morgan Zirkle. Wow.
So now here's Mary Jacopo. Last night she had her 8-game hitting streak snapped. Bandits this year, they have just 1 hit with the bases loaded. They're 1 for 12. Jacopo, though, trying to change that. Out to shortstop. Jennings to second one. Well done, Ali Carta getting out of it. A great play by Jennings for the first out, and then she begins the 6th full.
And now the Volts will go to work, and they're going to work against one of the best so far this year in the AUSL. That's Amber Pfizer.
Amber Pfizer, she is a reserve pool player that has continued to show her worth each weekend and each series. A strikeout pitcher. And she'll work side to side with her curveball, her screwball, has an elite off-speed pitch.
Sixth-year pro.
And she'll deliver strike 2.
In Danica Coffey. She's thrown the second most innings in the AUSL with 26. There it is, 3-1 record, 2.15 ERA. And coming off a complete game win her last time, out in front of home. And a nice play made by Jacopo. 1 away.
A little bit of a swinging bunt here. Danica Coffey was going to her slap and just kind of tops it, but Mary Jacopo, she's out of her squat so quickly and has a cannon of an arm.
She's doing it all well right now.
Behind the plate, great at running the pitching staff, and then also having a great year offensively for the Bandits. You could say the same thing for Riley Boone. Batting out of the 2 spot, seen her hit leadoff though a bunch this year. Here's a look at the rest of the Volts lineup. Amina Vega has been a spark, Tiare Jennings, and then Aaliyah Binford. That's some serious power in the 4 and 5 spots. Right to first base. And Kern is there to make the play. And so 2 fast outs for Pfizer.
That's what makes Amber Pfizer so good, is she just works the strike zone. She is not afraid to pitch to contact. But she also is a strikeout pitcher. She's 3rd in the league right now with 19 strikeouts.
Two outs in the inning for Vega. She plays at 3rd. Had a home run to the opposite field last night, one of the 5 that the Volts hit. New single game record, as we were showing you earlier in the AUSL. 1 ball and 1 strike. We saw home runs at one point on back-to-back pitches in the 2nd inning. And then we saw 3 different home runs to lead off innings. And what we researched would tell us that in the AUSL this year, it's kind of a funny thing. More than 20% of the home runs that have been hit in the league this year come on the first pitch. 2-2.
I'm sure all those coaches that are listening are like, hi, I told you so, right? You hear it from your coaches your whole life growing up. The first pitch is the best one you're going to get. You better be ready.
Pop up. And the catch is made by Williams. So Pfizer, another good inning in the circle.
States on Monday, she came back, and then on Tuesday, she threw a bullpen. Wednesday, she's already starting. Kenzie, I know you talked a little bit about that jet lag, and Allie did say that yesterday. She felt a little out of it, but today she's feeling much better. She worked her way out of that jam, and she's so excited to be here in the AUSL, especially getting to throw to Deja Mulipola. She said Deja is elite behind the dish, and it helps her so much be comfortable here in a Bolts uniform.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a veteran battery coming right out of the gate, and they're not only going to have an impact what they do on the field, they're also going to have an impact of what they're doing in the locker room too, and how they're able to help out some of the younger players.
I'm still stuck on the jet lag. Like, I remember going to Europe a couple of years ago, and when we landed, I felt like I was in another world. So I can't imagine, like, having to put on a uniform and get ready to compete professionally again. But, I mean, these are elite athletes. She's ready to go, and obviously with Deja, her counterpart, this is a huge just infusion of talent for Texas.
And going to help out players like Kayla Edenfield, who you just saw there in the dugout a moment ago. Mulipola is a veteran and has done some great things in her career, and we said it about Ali Carta, one of the best in the business. Hit out to third base. Amina Vega makes the play. And so an out to open up the second inning.
Now thinking about having Deja back behind the plate, it absolutely gives Michaela Edenfield finally a day to kind of breathe a little bit. She's been having to hold it down, waiting for Deja to come back from Japan, and so I think that's going to be huge for both Deja and Michaela to share that catcher position and keep everyone fresh.
But you have to imagine there's part of Michaela who's a little bit disappointed after she had that big home run later on in the game yesterday, and he's had a couple of nice games in a row behind the plate.
I do think, though, it's so important to have those mental days, right? You see it all the time in the MLB where it's like, this is his day off. You just have to have it. This schedule is so compact. It's grueling. And so Michaela Edenfield, she had been going at it almost every single game.
I think another factor, too, Kenzie, is account for where you are. You're in Texas, and it is very hot this time of year.
It's a good look at this curveball in tight on Taryn Kern, who is toes on the chalk.
Just outside, says our home plate umpire, Scott Tomlinson.
Coach Woodard going, where is it? It's a ball off. Deja's working that outer half.
Kern will see another one. 2-2. He's in a bit of a funk at the plate right now. Kern just 3 for her last 16. Golden ticket recipient this year. Had a great college career, finishing things off at Stanford. Second base, good, slides to her right and makes the play. Couple of ground ball outs for Carter to start off her second inning.
Yeah, 3 in a row if you go back to that double play that got Texas out of a bases loaded situation with Chicago threatening in the top of the first. So working the ground, trusting her defense.
It's a small thing because we were so looking into the home runs yesterday, but it was also a really clean game defensively that Texas played yesterday. Here's Bella Dayton.
Yeah, lately, Texas has been playing some cleaner baseball out there. We got Dayton, who is over in right field. She just returned after competing for Team Italy. Drives this one center field. Boone is back, and she is there to make the play. So after bases loaded jam in the last inning, Carter retires the side in order. 0-0 after 1.5.
Because she posts these amazing videos of get ready with me, and she'll throw the transition on the before and the after of what her look is for every game.
In a left field base hit there for Tiare Jennings.
Tiare staying hot. Nice piece after the home run yesterday. Fizer going in tight and a little bit jammed, but enough to find some grass out in left field.
Yeah, Jennings, the team leader in RBIs, second on the team in home runs, right behind the person up at the plate right now, and Aaliyah Binford, who had a pair of home runs yesterday. Right back to Fizer, though, makes the catch in the circle.
Well, so smart for Amber Fizer. First pitch. We know that Aaliyah Binford likes to go first pitch. We saw it all game yesterday. And so what does Amber throw her? She throws her an off-speed curveball. And it's off the end of the bat, and she's ready. Easy catch right back to her.
Now the Volts, they have the highest swing rate on the first pitch in the AUSL. 34% of the time is what they swing at the first pitch.
I feel like that might have just been yesterday, right? Yesterday, bumping those stats up because it was clear the game plan offensively. Look the first pitch and be ready and get your swing off.
It's kind of the George Strait philosophy to hitting. Not there for a long time, but there for a good time. And yesterday, they certainly had a good time.
Coach Woodard talked about how she was seeing some indecisive at-bats the last couple of series. Thought that they were a little bit too passive, got to 2 strikes, and then weren't committed on their swings. And so they had a conversation coming into the series about what we want to do offensively. And let's see if we can get after the first or second pitch of every at-bat.
I mean, if you have success like they did yesterday, you're putting pressure on the pitcher and the defense right away. And there's Ricky Woodard right there. Really challenged your team in practice. She said it was best practice that they had carried over into the game yesterday, and now here's a 1-out walk. As Mulipola, she's been up twice so far this year and been aboard both times.
Yeah, she's batting 1,000. Stop the count. Stats are good.
I know it's a small sample size, but coming up there, and now an opportunity for Lassiter. So you got Jacopo going to go out to the mound and speak with Amber Fizer, who has not been in these spots often lately.
Just throwing a first pitch ball, and we've been watching Amber this season. She's been so good with the strike zone, and so that's just the veteran behind the plate with Mary Jacopo recognizing I need to go have a chat real quick with my veteran in the circle.
And this is, again, that is 5 straight pitches now from Fizer out of the strike zone. And a win against Carolina her last time, 7 innings of 1-run softball. Falls behind 3-0. I don't know if you're Lassiter, 3-0 pitch might be the best one that you get. See what she's going to do here with 2 on and 1 out. That's a strike. Good pitch there by Fizer. I had the count wrong there, but 2-2.
I was with you.
Okay.
I missed the strike too.
Now it's 3-2. And expands the strike zone. So Fizer got her to chase away. Nice work there by Amber Fizer to get back in the zone, and she's got 2 outs now.
Strikeout number 20 on the season for Fizer, and that's such a good look at that curveball. The spin away from the right-handed hitter Lassiter. Just tails right out of that strike zone.
Now an opportunity for Sierra Romero in the air, center field. Wallace back. They got another home run. It's a 3-run shot for Sierra Romero. Now Texas picks up right where they left off. It's a long ball, and now a 3-0 lead.
What were we saying about swinging at the first pitch? It worked yesterday for Texas, and Sierra Romero, her second home run of the season, a 3-run shot, and almost exactly the same plan that we saw yesterday for Texas, where they scored in the second inning. Just dead center.
So by my count, that is the 4th different home run that Texas has hit in this series coming on the first pitch.
It's amazing, and you think about, you know, the 6-game slide that Texas was on coming into the series. They had only hit 4 home runs in the last 6 games. And we saw the 5 home runs yesterday, which was a single-game home run record in the AUSL, and now already adding to that total, that's the 6th in 2 games.
And we said yesterday, too.
If I yell a lot, I'm sorry. Spike! Good job! Oh, that's a great pitch! Keep working! Keep working!
Honestly, I don't even know if we need to be there. We could just let her roll.
No, we could just let her go.
Let you go. It's so much fun to hear you. We're always seeing you like play with so much passion, and of course your physical presence. You can always feel it.
Yeah.
I know you said that people think sometimes your passion is fake. So kind of speak to how it's real and where that comes from.
Yeah, honestly, truthfully, it comes from the Lord, and I have had a lot of people think that it is fake, but the game is just so much fun. Like, for example, playing behind freaking Ali Carta is like goosebumps right now.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea! And having Days back there, like, I just think she's such a competitor, and I think when you're so locked into the game, there's no way you can fake passion.
Well, it was so much fun. We were talking to Coach Woodard, and she singled you out. And she was like, Riley is my girl. We have somehow just clicked. So speak to what has clicked between you and Coach Woodard.
I think she just gets the game, like even with the small things. She's a very impactful coach. Good spot. Way to sit on it. Yeah. Good job. Just like an impactful coach, I think she cares a lot. But I think good job. I think we click so well. Sorry, I'm literally trying to do all these things. There we go.
How many handshakes do you have there? Who do you go to?
I go to everyone.
Okay, break it down. Who?
Okay, so I go TRA, I do Samoan, and then good, I do a TikTok dance, and then good spot. And then with Romo, we do this because I want her to, you know, just to be really loose. Did y'all see her home run?
Did we see it?
It was something.
I mean, yeah, I hope we saw it.
Let me tell you what happened prior to that.
Okay.
We were speaking and we were talking about process, you know, not worrying about the outcome. Good. That's a good spot. Not worried about the outcome or anything. And for her to get up there and do that was insane. I mean, that's what it looks like to trust the process. I totally just went way off track. But I just wanted to shout her out.
No, you came back full circle.
Yeah.
You did a great job there.
Thank you. Good! Good job! Good spot! I'm with you.
Riley, we've seen the Volt swing at the first pitch a lot this year. Hit a lot of home runs the last 2 days of the first pitch. What's your take on swinging at the first pitch when you're in the batter's box?
Oh, I love it. I think it's aggressive. I think it, see you, whoa. I think it shows that pitchers, like, we're not afraid to swing. And even with this zone, it doesn't even matter, honestly. Just swing the bat. So I think we've literally just honed in on passing the bat and just working the count for each other, like being bought into each other's ABs. Like, we're not in the box alone, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an out. Nice.
Off the glove of Romero.
All right.
And Zirkle will reach.
Riley, what's your favorite thing about playing center field? I was always so envious of center fielders. I think you get to do so much out there. You have a great view, but what is your favorite thing about playing center?
I get to see all the fans.
Hey.
I low-key be fan watching.
Okay.
Just seeing what everybody's doing.
What are you seeing right now?
There's a lot of little girls out here, which I really love. But then I like how they sit close to, I can hear them. Good spot. I can hear them, and I like how open this field is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like center. I get to just run around, don't catch anything I want, and have some fun with it.
When you were growing up, Riley, did you think about being a pro softball player one day?
No, I want to be an FBI agent. I literally want to be an FBI agent. I think I got asked that. How bud? Rolling up bennies. I got asked if I wanted, like, if I ever thought I would be here, and I was like, no. I wanted to be an FBI agent. On my visit at OU, I literally went to the police station. I was like, I want to be an FBI agent so bad. Good! Great spot.
Is that maybe still a goal after you finish up your pro softball days?
Oh, no. I'm a real estate agent, and I manage properties. But, I mean, if the Lord wants me to be good, it's a great spot. Stop. Good job. If the Lord wants me to do that, I will, but I think I'll be too old to do that.
You're never too old to do anything. Never too old to do anything.
Plus, you have a certain level of energy and passion that I think you're always going to have.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And I feel like I could be an undercover FBI agent.
Okay.
But then I would kind of get too nervous.
What if you are right now? Are you undercover right now?
You just blew my mind.
I mean, it would be the best undercover story. Nobody would believe it.
No, they actually wouldn't. That's funny. Yeah. Ooh, good spot.
Riley, I was reading your bio, and you were a multi-sport athlete, but what stuck out to me is that you were a cheerleader. Is that correct?
Oh, my gosh. Yes, I was. And I was the queen when I was little.
Tell me more.
My brother played football, and I literally saved the crown, but I was the queen for my cheerleading team.
Oh, you were the queen on the team, on the cheerleading team.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, that ball got past that white line, which is the line of demarcation of 30 feet.
Forgot about that.
So the umpires are going to get together.
Well, live, I thought it might have hit her. I wasn't sure if it was a hit by pitch, but I did not see a call from our home plate umpire. So Morgan Zirkle was at first base and goes to third.
Yeah, on a pass ball wild pitch that travels beyond that line, the ball should remain live in the event that the defense makes a play. As you see the line right there.
I think that Morgan Zirkle should be at second base.
Yeah, I think I'm with you too. I think it's only one base. It's only one base that you advance. So
unless they judged that she was stealing, if she was on the move.
If she was stealing, that would be different.
Riley, did you see Zirkle stealing? What'd you have?
She was going automatic.
You had her stealing?
No steal.
No, she says no steal. No steal.
But I thought Wallace got hit.
I thought she had gotten hit too, but they ruled that out. Was not a hit by pitch. So they have to have said that she was stealing.
Yeah, it says in the event a runner is attempting to steal and the ball goes behind that line, the runner gets the base she was trying to steal plus one more.
Out east. He goes.
So that's the reason why they're at second and third right now.
Yeah.
Call fall. Wow, what a play by Vega.
Let's go. Good job. Good job, Mina.
Carly, how much fun have you had watching Amina Vega play third base this year?
Oh my God. You know what's crazy? She was a second baseman in college. I had no clue. But she is an insane third baseman. One of the best I've seen. Yeah! Good spot.
Riley, we have 2 outs here, so we're kind of playing in the danger zone, asking you a question. But I want to know, who was someone that you were most excited to take the field with? You are new to the AUSL. This is your first season.
Good!
Okay, quick, answer. Answer quick.
Good job.
Answer quick.
I think Romo, Danica, Tiare again. Good. The whole entire team.
Yeah,
And
Dog hit a home run.
Did you have like any superstitions, special meals that you would have before you would make starts?
I was kind of a roll with the wave type of thing. If things were going well and I was wearing my hair a certain way or I was wearing a certain cleat, it's repetition. You have to go right back to it. But if things are going wrong, okay, I've got to change the hairstyle. So if your hair is in a braid and you don't have a great game, well, you're not wearing a braid the next day, right? You're going straight ponytail. Or maybe you have a switch up with the headband or a ribbon or no ribbon. There's a lot of things that you can do with the hair. So that's kind of where my superstition came in. If I was rolling, I did not change a thing with my hair. If I had a bad day, it was definitely switching it up.
Now, if you look at numbers in your career, you didn't have a whole lot of bad days.
I'm wondering what my most consistent hairstyle was now, thinking about it. Probably glittery headband, like what Amber Pfizer's wearing.
Riley Boone, we just heard from in the last inning, drops one into left field. Boone, just such a great contact hitter. We heard her personality, just how much energy that she plays with when she was on the mic with us not long ago, and she's a one-out base runner.
She's a superstar. I just want a mic on her at all times. I think she's still mic'd up, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to access this later, but she just consistently gives you good TV.
Vega sends it foul down the line. I mean, even if Riley Boone was not mic'd up, I think we would probably still be able to hear her.
Great point.
She heads on back to first base. And now an opportunity here for Amina Vega. Hit her second home run of the year in the 6th inning yesterday. She's got hits in all but 2 of the Volts games. One ball and 1 strike here against Amina Vega. But what's tough for the Volts is that Amina Vega, she's going to be leaving the team after tonight's game to begin a job in the medical device sales industry. That's a pretty good catch by a fan here.
Yeah, we had some fan action here. Bringing the glove. Oh, I love it. I mean, that is a walking advertisement why you bring your glove to the ballpark.
Yeah, make sure you get it autographed next time you come out.
She could not be happier.
Ball through the right side. Boone's going to go station to station. But that's back-to-back singles. First for Boone, now for Vega, and you are in the teeth of the Volts order with Tiare Jennings.
Well, to your point, Jeff, about this being Amina's last game, it's heartbreaking for the Volts. I mean, this is a rookie out of the reserve pool who has been lights out from game 1 on, and we've seen her defensively at third base. She leads the team in hits. She's been in that 3 spot. It's going to be a big hole for Texas to replace starting tomorrow. I mean, this is it for her.
And as Riley Boone was saying, you would never know that Amina Vega did not really play third base at all, that she's mostly a second baseman, but she has played great defense, great offense. And here helping set the table for Tiare Jennings, who you know can put a charge into a softball.
I want to be clear, it's not the end of her professional softball career. She just has to attend to a job that she had before committing to the AUSL. She was not a golden ticket recipient. She was picked up out of the reserve pool. And what she has done this season alone in just a short amount of time, I would be just shocked if we did not see her next season.
Jennings, that one is dropped. Throw to third, though, by Zirkle is going to get the out. That's just a tough break if you're Riley Boone. Kind of pausing to see if Zirkle makes the catch, ends up dropping in front of her, but still had time to get the out at third.
There's absolutely nothing you can do on the bases here because you think it's going to be a line drive. The last thing that you want is a double play, so you're playing it as safely as you can. You saw it in her glove. You're trying to react. Do I go forward? Do I go backward? Good news for Chicago is we got an out of it.
So now you turn things over to Aaliyah Binford. Hitting at .357 on the season. Multi-home run game yesterday. And she set a little bit of history, too. She became the first player ever in AUSL history to have a home run and also earn a win in the circle, which she did after throwing 3 scoreless innings. The 0-2, and won't expand there against Pfizer.
I really think we're watching her find her stride, turn into a superstar on this stage, doing it in the circle, at the plate.
Right field.
That shakeup, whether your offense or your defense, with losing your superstar third baseman.
Yeah, both, obviously. She's done a really great job for us on both sides of the ball. And, you know, I'm going to be sad to see her go as a person, but, you know, also as a player. But, you know, they just don't come much better than Amina Vega as a person also. And I think that gets skipped sometimes in all this because she's been so good for us. But, you know, we're just going to miss her presence, you know. But obviously we're going to miss her, you know, at third base and in the lineup. So we're going to have to find somebody to fill those shoes a little bit here quickly.
Well, Amina Vega exits, but you get Ali Carta back, and then you get Deja Mulipola back. Just how excited are you to have two really talented players and two veterans on your club now?
Yeah, couldn't come at a better time. You know, I feel like their presence is what we needed because they have a calm, confident walk to them, and I feel like that's really kind of what this team needed a little bit.
Coach, I see Nyjah down in the bullpen, just kind of hanging out, getting loose. We saw her second start yesterday, a better start. What can you kind of give us about your rookie, and could we see her today?
Yeah, Nyjah's just been really fun, you know, to have with us because she just loves what she's doing, and you can kind of feel it. You know, she's passionate about it. She enjoys the game. I don't think you'll see her tonight. That's not the plan.
Okay.
But when I get back to the dugout, we might want to start thinking about who you're going to see.
That was a big swing from Mac Barbara.
It was.
Yeah, and the last one for me, Ricky, is what has it been like being a pro softball coach? I mean, you've had so much success at Texas State, but what's the biggest difference between going from the college level up here to the pro level?
How quickly these young ladies can adjust. You know, I mean, this is what they do for a living right now, and you can tell, like, they're very passionate about what they're doing, but they also just, they talk to each other, they pick up cues from each other, and they adjust really quickly. So it's just been fun to watch them make adjustments as we go. I'm sure some of them would have liked to make adjustments sooner so we could win some ball games earlier in the season, but, you know, they just have done a really good job of just talking to each other, adjusting as we go, listening. You know, they're learners. You can tell they're still just learners of the game. They're like sponges. So it's just been fun to be a part of.
Well, Ricky, we really appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight, rest of the way, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
2-1 the count. Somebody's had so much success at Texas State, more than 30 years of collegiate coaching experience, 14 conference titles. I mean, you're used to seeing her Texas State teams come postseason every year. And now getting an opportunity to coach here at the pro ranks. And she's got a certain calming influence about her that really helps.
I liked the hustle, though, after the chair chat. She's like, I need to get back in this dugout. We just gave up 2 runs. Let me get my clipboard, see what's going on.
3-2 now against Taryn Kern after Barbara hits the 2-run homer, kind of continuing all the success that we heard she had while playing for Team Italy as well. And Carter comes up and in, and Kern gets hit by the pitch. And his tying run is now on base for Chicago.
And we know how tight Taryn Kern sits on the plate. Her toes are always up on the chalk, and so Ali Carta, the veteran, really trying to challenge in tight, and there is nowhere to miss.
And now here comes Ricky Woodard out.
Yeah, we couldn't talk to her much longer. She's got a job to do.
With Skylar Wallace returning today. So Bella Dayton still talking things over with training staff and never the coaching staff. So Binford's gotten herself in a little bit of a mess, but I don't know, she still seems pretty loose, even though this is not the easiest spot to be in.
She always plays with a looseness, has a free spirit. I mean, don't get me wrong, a competitor through and through, but just the way that she physically holds herself, you can tell she's always trying to keep herself as loose as she can be.
So here's Ilana Agbayani, drops the bunt down, but it's foul. Agbayani grounded out to first base her first time up. Just outside there from Binford. 1-1. Binford ended up picking up the win yesterday after following Nyjah Kennedy and going 3 innings.
Set down. Vega charges and makes another good play on the move
With Good coming over to cover. Still a successful sacrifice. Tying runs at third, and the go-ahead run also in scoring position.
That was just good softball. That was an elite sacrifice bunt from Ilana Agbayani in that 9 spot. No outs. You kind of felt it coming, but you still have to execute. And then the throw on the run, just money.
So now you get to Morgan Zirkle up at the plate, who pops it up foul. Zirkle an 0 for 3 day, though did earn a walk and had a run scored. She slides over to left field with Wallace now in center, and Binford's ahead 0-2.
The 0-2.
Lined and caught by Jennings. So getting to 2 strikes. Now I've seen this before for Texas pitching. Get themselves in trouble, but find a way to minimize the damage, and that's going to be the goal here for Binford.
Well, and find a way to get the ball to Tiare Jennings. You think about the first inning, bases were loaded. And Tiare Jennings had back-to-back ground ball outs. One of them was a double play. Aaliyah Binford, she's going to keep the ball down in the zone. She will throw that drop ball a lot and combine it with her off-speed pitch. Everything is zoned down.
And there's a little change of pace right there. She was so good yesterday at keeping the Bandits off balance. It's not easy to keep Skylar Wallace off balance, though. She can do a little bit of everything. 2-1. Big year last year in the AUSL. Second of the league in total bases. She hit 390. Put her 4th best hitter a year ago. Second and third, 2 outs. And it's now 3-1. Got first base open, but we got Aaron Coughlin, who is in the on-deck circle. Pretty sure that's ball 4. And I think that's what Shawnee Stanton is saying. And now they finally come and correct it. So Wallace earns a 5-pitch walk, and it's going to mean Binford will try her luck against Eric Coughlin.
I'm looking at our stat broadcast. I'm kind of looking around at the players on the field. I think that's 4. All right, well, this is not the situation we wanted for Texas. This is the situation you do want if you're your hitter. Aaron Coughlin, last year's MVP, last year's hitter of the year.
Grateful, thankful for the reserves that helped get us to this point. And now from there, we got our full deck, and let's keep rolling.
Shauna, what's been the most fun part about being the head coach of the Bandits so far?
Oh gosh, what isn't fun about being the head coach of the best in the world? You know, that up and down the street, every given night, you're seeing playmakers make plays. And it's fun. Did we make that catch over there? Okay, I couldn't say just missed it, but yeah, you know, but even like somebody like Sammy said, that was a just but you know, I think the practice is just seeing how they use those things. It's a little bit different than our collegiate level, but I will tell you the human element, whether you're a little leaguer or you're a pro, that's what it's about. It's about people. It's about relationships. And I'm proud to be part of the USL, and I'm thankful for people like Jenny Finch and Sherry Kemp, who carried the torch back in the day, the different leagues that we've had. And look where we are now. This is incredible.
Coach, why now? Why join the AUSL now?
Just like I said, what's not fun, you might not now, right? You just want to be a part of history. And we're all in this life journey, passing the baton. It's your role, whatever your gift is to be a part of the elite. And so I think for each personally as well. The timing was right with my family. My collegiate space in Indiana, they've been very gracious and on good footing, and I wanted to staff there. And so, I think it's pretty cool. We came together as a staff here at the Bandits. None of us really knew each other, and we were able to sync up and really enjoy coaching the school.
You talk about relationships, Shonda, and one of your favorite ones I know is with Morgan Zirkle. I mean, you go all the way back to your days as Marshall. You're a head coach. She's now a head coach. What do you make of Morgan's development going all the way back to when she was a freshman with your team and now watching her as one of the best in the AUSL?
And it's more like a life coach, right? Because she's got the softball thing on lockdown.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's pretty good
to watch. Yeah. You have a couple of big pitchers.
Wait, I think we're making a change here. Yeah. Well, I'll let him know here. So my thing's right here on the bench right here. Yeah, I would love to do that. Hey, thanks for having me. We're going to go back. Stay tuned. You got that? We're going to swing it.
We'll be watching. Thanks, Shonda. Texas with a 5-2 lead now. After the 2-run talking about Morgan Zirkle, Morgan's right over Zirkle's head and over the fence. We see the Texas Volts hit home runs. Mostly solo shots before last night, and tonight a 3-run shot from Sierra Romero, a 2-run shot by Jayla Lassiter, who just had her first long ball of the season. And now the Bandits are going to head to the bullpen, and it's going to be Kat Sandercock who is going to come on now and take over for Amber Fine.
Well, Chicago's roster is back to all of their signees, right? You think about players that they have been missing, and Kat Sandercock is right at the top of that list in terms of the talent that she brings, and is going to just right away boost the Chicago team. You know, it's funny, I think Texas just kind of getting back at Chicago for what they did during Coach Woodard's cheer chat, right? So if you hit a home run while our coach was on the mic, we're going to hit one while your coach is on the mic. It's funny how that happens. It's only fair.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of like life. Usually everything evens out a little bit. And John Stanton, you heard her say it right before she ended up leaving us. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to try and come back in this one.
How about the first home run for Jayla Lassiter? That's her first professional home run.
First pro home run, and now all 11 runs the Volts have scored in these 2 games, all of them via the home run.
When you start to see those home runs come through that maybe we haven't seen it, like that is coaching we've been waiting, we've been talking about the talent. You've heard it from both coaches. Both of them been talking about how much talent is on their team, on the field. And we've seen Kat Sandercock come right back in. I just think that's such a key moment for Jayla to have that home run. Been struggling a little bit. You wonder if that hit can just allow her to breathe a little bit, and then we'll see what is to come from there.
Here's Sierra Romero, who left the off in the 2nd inning. Sandercock starts her off with a strike. Goes by Kat in softball, but outside of softball, everybody calls her Kat. Round in the allocation draft. Makes the play in the circle. The underhand flip. And so she gets the first batter that there's some professional ties in her family. Kat now playing in the AUSL. Her grandfather, Harold, actually played
in the Boston Red Sox organization as a catcher in the 1940s, but his career got cut short when he enlisted for World War II.
Well, it's funny, yesterday we were talking about how Ailana Agbayani and her dad, Benny, are the first father-daughter combo to play in the AASL. So now we might have the first granddaughter and grandpa combo play in the MLB and the AUSL.
Dayton will not be able to get to this one. And go with the opposite field single.
This is just what you want to see. If you're just looking at production from the bottom of the lineup, the home run from Jayla Lavender, the single from Leanne Good in that 9 spot. We know how good the top of the lineup has been. We saw it yesterday. It's such a good sign.
Now here's Danica Coffey, who's 0 for 2 in the game. Corners are in. Slap foul. Centercock played in some big-time competition. We saw a moment ago on the screen. Time at Florida State, at the Seminoles, to the Women's College World Series. She's also pitched in the Little League World Series as well. High pop, shallow right, and it falls between 3 defenders. Everybody safe. Between Dayton and Wallace.
Well, to me, this is just familiarity. We've talked about how the Chicago roster has changed so much early in the season, and you're returning a lot of those players. Bella Dayton, she's fresh off of some international competition with Italy. Skylar Wallace, the first time I've seen Skylar Wallace in center field, she's typically been an everyday shortstop in the AUSL. This is her first game back, and you have a rookie at second base, Agbayani, and so the trio has not had live reps in practice together. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse, but that's where that in-game communication is so key. You have to have those reps and building those reps and understand what the voices sound like. What does Bella's voice sound like? What does Skylar's voice sound like? Are we comfortable talking to each other pre-pitch? Because you can just see the lack of communication there.
Chance for Riley Boone now with 2 on. Fouls this one off. And the other thing, particularly with Skylar Wallace, the fact that she's playing center field when typically a middle infielder. Weekdays on CBS Sports Network, the CBS Sports HQ Spotlight Crew keeps you up to date on all the top stories with highlights and in-depth analysis. Boone, was she able to check her swing? Scott Mayer says, yes, she did. 1 ball and 1 strike.
For a soft slap here.
Looked like no swing to me.
Oh, yeah.
Is there room? No, there's not, as it hits off the net. And here the on-deck circle of the Texas Bolts.
He was ready. Like, if this net wasn't here,
If only there was a little open. Your ally. He felt like Inspector Gadget. Your ally has slain an enemy. Wayne singled her last time and is also grounded out. Your ally has been slain. Takes off the outside, 2-2. Every hitter in the Volt lineup, every hitter in the Volts lineup has a hit except for Aaliyah Binford. She's not too far away. Back to the circle, Sandercock goes to first and gets the out. So essentially, a sacrifice bunt as you advance runners to second and third. And now there are 2 outs.
The productive at bat. The last thing that Riley Boone wanted there was just to feed the left side of the infield, and she got an outside pitch and just tapped it. I'm going to turn this into a sacrifice bunt, make it productive, move my teammates up 6 feet.
Let's hear it for Amina Beggy. You'll love to have her up. Runners in scoring position. Out to first base. Kern makes the put out. However, Jayla Lassiter leads the yard for the first time in the AUSL. Chicago's got 4 through 6 coming up in this inning. Sammy Williams for strike 1, and as good of a year as she's had, you know, you might say that she gets lost in the shuffle a little bit just because of all the players in front of her and behind her.
She's quietly having the best season right now in the league. And we don't talk about her a ton because she's sitting behind Erin Koffel, who was last year's MVP, last year's hitter of the year. And so, of course, we're going to talk about Erin Koffel, who bats in front of Sammy Williams. But right now, she is first in the AUSL in batting average. She's third in hits. On base percentage over 500.
Back to the circle. Benford gets the out. They beat Williams by a step. 1 away. And then she's also played really good defense as well to help out her team.
That's a big first out for Benford in the circle, especially after your team gives you that 2-run spot, give you a little cushion.
He's got once it's strike 1.
The turret's been destroyed.
So steady and so steady. John Stanton plays like a veteran, great at settling down a pitching staff, and has also become a scary hitter to face.
Next time they will be.
Benford.
Or whenever our next game is.
How now, brown cow?
Exactly.
Whether the weather be fair, whether the weather be not, we'll be together whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. That's
Well done.
another one that I've heard, yeah.
Well done. I'm kind of just in the High School Musical of Sharpay, just going the If you're a millennial, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, man. As long as you're loose and ready to perform and you put the headset on, that's all it comes down to. So
You need to loosen up. Riley Boone is your girl.
yes. She will get you relaxed. She'll get you energized. Yeah, there she is. Always talking to her teammates, always keeping everybody loose.
Well, and she's not going to have an at-bat for a while with Tiari Jennings in the 4-hole here, but Riley Boone, where is she going to be? Top step.
Solving the world's problems. Just inside. 2-2 against Jennings. Or no, they're going to call that strike 3.
A little bit of a late call, but first strikeout for Kat in a Chicago uniform.
Here's Aaliyah Benford. Another night where she's hitting and she's in the circle. Lays off this first pitch from Sandercock for ball 1. Sandercock came on after the Volts were able to get to Amber Pfizer, who've been pitching so well. But again, it has been the long ball that has helped out Texas tonight. Hit softly to second base. Agbayani with the putout. 2 outs now in the inning.
One thing that Kat is known for is her drop ball. She's a pitcher that will get her fair share of strikeouts, but very comfortable just working that drop and letting her defense go to work. We've seen a couple of just easy end of the bat, kind of rollover ground balls to either Sammy Williams or their Agbayani at second base, rather.
Yeah, and Agbayani is just so strong over there playing at second base. Got a lot of talent on the Chicago defense. Here's Mulipola. Her first start in the AUSL is tonight after she was a pinch hitter last night. 1 ball and 1 strike against her. He and Ali Carta both returning yesterday and made up the battery for a chunk of this game. One and two. Again, Stasia Mulipola. Has come on, got a very fast inning in the 5th. She's been quiet at the plate tonight, but the combo that she gives you, being able to produce not only in the circle but in the batter's box, is what makes her just such a talented player in this league. 2 home run game yesterday, big in relief, going 3 scoreless innings, and see if she can lead Texas to a sweep in this brief 2-game series.
And she is just working that changeup right now. She has a changeup that, I'm going to be honest, she can kind of throw it anywhere in the zone. You saw the changeup prior to this batter, Taryn Kern. It was upstairs, it was high, but just the way that the ball falls off.
Up the middle, Jennings has to hurry just in time. Retires the speedy Dayton.
Oh, she's so good. The shortstops in this league, man, I just want to watch them take fungo all day. Obviously, we love to see them live in the game as well, but just, they're so good. We've seen her make those plays, the backhand, deep in the hole. And you have to be quick, right? The transition on that, especially with grass, like that's the key factor. And when you're playing on grass, it's going to slow the ball down. And so that gives Bella Dayton more time to get down the line. She's running on dirt. And Tiare makes up for it with her arm.
And also getting accustomed to playing on this patch of grass, because when Texas ends up doing their practices, they don't get to practice on the actual infield. They take their reps in the out.
Off of Jayla and allow her to play free. That's exactly what happened there. Just a freer swing. You get that one big hit. You're like, okay, I can take a breath. I've been pressing a little bit. Let's go.
Just foul. And I was thinking the same thing about Sierra Romero, to follow that point that you're making. She gets a home run earlier on. And who knows, maybe that'll be the start of a nice run for Romero, who's had such a great pro career. Corners play at their bags as Sandercock is still in there. 1-1 against Romero.
Well, the 2 home runs for Texas tonight have come from the bottom of the lineup. Lassiter in the 7th spot, Romero in the 8th hole. And we saw yesterday it was the middle of the lineup with Jennings and Binford.
Off the fist, Agbayani makes the play, and Lassiter is not far away. Let's send it down to Maria Tribal Piece.
Well, earlier in the game, Kenzie was talking about her superstitions as a player. Kenzie, I don't think you had as many as Leanne Good. Let me list them for you. She won't wash her hair the whole weekend series. She has specific sliders for every uniform. She said she switched to some Adidas ones right now. She has a lucky necklace and earrings. The sunglasses have to be worn, and the same black hair tie with another ponytail over top of it needs to be on. Oh, and she also does false eyelashes. I had to read off a piece of paper to remember all of that, guys.
It's incredible. Well, the storyline for Leanne Good all season long when she was at Texas was that she wore the same visor.
That one eats up Sammy Williams. It gets into left field. A hot shot by Good.
And so the visor that she started the season with was nice and clean, and the visor that she won a national championship with was very dirty. And so it was kind of the softball community's joke when Leanne, joined Texas, and she got a new visor and it's clean. Very superstitious player, and that's back-to-back base hits for her. So you know that she's thinking about all those superstitions. Things are going very well for Leanne Good.
Did you change out your visor, or when you were on a nice roll, did you wear the same one?
I don't really remember getting that many visors, I'm gonna be honest. We had kind of the same look like my entire career. You put it in the dishwasher, wash it yourself.
That's a strike. 1-1 into Danica Coffey. 10 hits for the Volts in the game tonight. Coffey had a base hit back in the 4th. Runs up to bunt and pulls back, but it's a strike from Sandercock.
This is when it's so much fun to watch Danica Coffey go to work with 2 runners on, triple threat. So going to her short game there, can also swing away. She's checking the defense, seeing what Chicago's given her.
Out to center field. Wallace has room, makes the play as Lassiter tags, and she's going to move up to third base. An out, but a productive one, and now they're at first and third.
That was a loud out. Great job by Lassiter tagging up. But Skylar Wallace, a ton of speed, and there's a lot of room out there, deep center field. That was a good drop step running that down.
She's a player that, I think you were saying it earlier, you do not want to challenge her arm as well because she's got a cannon. Coming in there on Riley Boone for strike 1.
And she told us that she likes that first pitch. She's like, oh yeah, let me go get that first pitch. And I'm here for it. Cheat a little bit, take a big hack. It's just one pitch. We got 2 more.
Sets a bunt down. It stays fair. What a play by Riley Boone. With runners at first and third and 2 outs, she drops it down, and boy, was it a beauty. And it's another Texas run.
Absolutely electric. You see the big swing, the pitch prior to this one, and you can see where Taryn Kern at first base was playing. She's not even thinking about the bunt at all, and so Riley Boone reads that. Jayla Lassiter, she has a ton of speed at third base, scores easily.
Kind of feel like the last thing that you would expect is a defense.
Especially with 2 outs.
So in the end, you get Lassiter on. So moving up on to work with, but it will be the top part of the Chicago order coming to bat. Let's go down to Maria Tribal piece.
Well, we've seen a lot of home runs in this game, Jeff, but I have to tell you, on that Riley Boone bunt, that was the most excited I saw the Volts dugout. Aaliyah Binford was on the top step. People were screaming, so the small ball getting some love here tonight.
I mean, it still exists, and it's actually the first run that the Volts have scored in this whole series that has not been via the home run.
I love me some short game, and as much as everyone loves the long ball, you have to have short game in your lineup. I am such a firm believer that every lineup you have to have someone that has the ability to show that short game and that can small ball it with anyone. And I just love the combination at the top of the lineup for Texas with Danica Coffey and Riley Boone, because they can swing it, whether for home runs or doubles in the gap, but any moment's notice, they can drop that drag bunt. And that is what makes it so difficult as a defender to play. Like, am I going to go in on you? Do I need to stay back and protect your power? It's just that cat and mouse game in our game.
0-2 here again. Zirkle gets a piece of it and fouls it off. We heard Shonda Stanton say it earlier about Zirkle, who she had as a college player at Marshall. Now Zirkle, the head coach at Marshall. And watching her development over the years, Stanton saying that Zirkle has gone from being the student to the master. Outside, 1-2. As Aaliyah Binford leaning on her once again after Allie Carter started the game. And Binford, again, is in a rhythm out in the circle. Strike 3. Now that's a strikeout of a very tough hitter to open up the 7th.
You see the smile from Binford. And you can feel it right in the 7th. You've got 3 outs to go. Your team is up 4. You got to concentrate a little bit. Yes, it's the top of the lineup, but like, I can smell this win. I can feel it. Let's go get it.
On the attack, it's strike one into Skylar Wallace, who in her first game in the AUSL this year has been on base all 3 times, 2 walks and a single. That's fouled off. It's 0-2. 2 home runs in the game for Texas. And then you saw the play, Riley Boone with a bunt single up the line that brought Lassiter home. Mac Barber accounting for both runs for Chicago with a 2-run shot to right. Texas trying for back-to-back wins following a 6-game losing streak and supplying a little life to this crowd on this Wednesday night. They will continue their homestand. Strike 3 call. Strikes out Wallace. Well, that's impressive. You get Zirkle and then Wallace.
You just can't say enough about what Aaliyah Binford provides for Texas. 2 home runs yesterday. She leads the team in ERA. She's coming in for back-to-back games to try and close the game out, get this team on another win streak, on their first win streak of the season. And what a time to be peaking at the right time. You were just talking about the homestand that they are in the middle of. Could not be better timed for Texas.
She is going right after the top third of this lineup. Now 0-2 against Aaron Koffel is after that strikeout of Wallace. This is now the longest outing of the year for Binford. The 0-2 is through the left side. So Koffel gets a single with 2 strikes. You've seen her get a couple of 2-strike hits in this series, and the game remains alive for Sammy Williams.
Well, for as much traffic as we've seen Chicago have on the base paths, we talked about how they had left 7 on base in this game. That's only the 3rd hit of the game for them offensively. It was a single in the first by Skylar Wallace, of course, the Mac Barbara 2-run shot, and then finally Aaron Koffel there for the 3rd hit of the game.
Now, prior to that hit, Chicago had not gotten a hit since the 4th, and Binford had retired 9 in a row. Coming in, it's now 0-2 against Williams.
What do you think? Change up? I'm going change.
I think I'm with you.
I'm going to go change.
Especially how good it's been the last 2 nights.
Yeah, I just want it. I want to see it.
0-2. Fly ball out to deep left field, down the line, and gone. Sammy Williams with a 2-run homer. And Chicago is not done yet. We've said Williams has done it all, and it's now 6-4.
So instead of the changeup, she gets a drop ball, and she does not miss. That drop ball misses up in the zone. That's too high for a hitter that is as hot as Sammy Williams is. This is the hitter that leads the league in batting average. Top 3 in hits. Chicago not done yet.
You've got Mary Jacopo coming up. 1 hopper to first base. Romero is there, gets the out. Maybe the home run, but the Bolts hang on, and they win 2 against the Chicago Bandits here in Texas. Most of the work done via the home run ball, but Texas, they've got it rolling over these last 2 nights. Back-to-back wins. It's a win for the Bolts over the Bandits by